You know, people, they think I'm a liberal, but I actually agree with Trump on some of these things like the Greenland purchase. I believe we need to expand our empire, very much like in the spirit of Thomas Jefferson, the Louisiana purchase. You know, Russia's doing it, China's doing it, they're all expanding territory. We need to build a strong empire. And so I do agree with Trump. I'm not a crazy liberal like everybody's saying. I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe in guns. I'm pro-adoption. I think that not only if you don't wear protection, if you don't use condoms, women will not only get sexually transmitted diseases, but pregnant. So everybody has to use protection and the right kind of birth control. But as far as abortion, yes, if the woman's life is in danger or she's been raped or incest, then I think abortion is okay. But just in those cases, because I don't think you should use it as birth control. So when people say I'm a far lefty, as far as abortion, I am pro-adoption. But getting back to Trump on Greenland, I agree with him. We need those resources. But you know, America has a history of treating indigenous people poorly. So we've got to, you know, Trump likes to make deals. The art of the deal. In this case with Greenland, we would have to pay them. And you wouldn't even have to pay people that much in this economy, especially outside of the United States with the dollar. Pay each person in Greenland $1,000 for us to take over Greenland and make it part of the United States. But I wouldn't stop there. As an advisor to Trump, I would also say, let's make the Canada purchase the same thing. We've got to make it good for the indigenous people and take care of them this time instead of our horrible past where we treated indigenous people poorly. So we would have to pay every Canadian, but I wouldn't even stop there. I'm like Alexander the Great if I was a leader or president. I'm like Alexander the Great. Why stop there? We could become one big island. We should also make the Mexico purchase and tear down that wall, in the words of Ronald Reagan. We should make the Canada purchase, the Greenland purchase, because we don't want somebody else taking those resources someday. We need Greenland. So we make the Greenland purchase. I agree with Trump on that. We make the Canada purchase and the Mexico purchase in the spirit of Thomas Jefferson. Why did our forefathers think we need to expand the empire, but people today think that's a ridiculous concept? I also believe that if we do make the Mexico purchase, that we treat the people in Mexico fairly and pay them as well. We will also have to go to war with the cartels. We will have to nuke them, smoke them. I also am a fan of Ronald Reagan in the fact, not everything he did, but he believed in peace through strength. I believe that if we were to make the Greenland purchase, the Canada purchase, and the Mexico purchase with Mexico, we would have to smoke those cartels. And on my command, I would have our military just wipe them out. But peace through strength, what's Ronald Reagan's concept, is something I've always liked. And I also think that we do need to expand this empire because China is expanding, Russia is expanding. Imagine if we had Canada, the United States, if Canada became part of the United States, like Trump was suggesting, which I agree with. I don't like everything he's done. I don't like the racist stuff. You know, when Elon Musk gave his Nazi salute, I mean, wow. That's when I really thought that the Republican Party was going to crumble. But it looks like he's on his way out doing a lot of drugs and stuff and everything. Self-sabotage, which is really sad. I've been there, so I can't judge, but I would encourage Elon to go to smartrecovery.org to get help. Because ketamine, I used to do that, and believe me, it's just like crystal meth or heroin. It's ketamine, don't be fooled. This is not a therapeutic drug. It is a party drug. It's like ecstasy or crystal meth or heroin. You don't want to do ketamine, Elon. So get some help, smartrecovery.org or AA or NA. But getting back to the Mexico purchase, the Canada purchase, and the Greenland purchase, in the spirit of Thomas Jefferson, we should expand the empire. Like I said, I would be like Alexander the Great. We need to, but peacefully, not like Genghis Khan. You know, we don't want to cause war, but you know, if we do need to expand if they don't want to give it up, we take it. And it will be good for them. It will be good for our economy. Think of the immigration problem solved right away. And we become family with our Mexican neighbors. I would love to have a house on the beach in Mexico, as long as the cartels are taken out. We smoke the cartels, nuke them, buy Mexico, and Trump, you could be like Ronald Reagan and say, tear down that wall. I'm going to go have a Diet Coke. It is my American champagne, even though I'm vegan and so healthy now with my nutrition. I'm feeling great, but I do escape every once in a while. I know it's a bad habit, but Diet Coke is my champagne. It is better than Jägermeister, what I used to drink. So anyhow, thank you for listening. I am DJ Evan McIntyre, Revolutionary Radio. Please forward this to CNN, forward it to the White House. They need to hear this because this is revolutionary thinking from a genius. I didn't say it, my mom did, and my sister. So I'm not bragging or anything. But I think these are really great concepts, and I'm coming to you from Boston Strong, the revolutionary city. I do have to say one more thing before I go. You were put on this earth for a reason. My mom said I would be like John in the Bible, not a prophet or better than you or anybody else, just a mortal man. But she said, Evan, God told me that you would come on to this planet to have a message to people, and you would shine the light on the Word of God, on the words of Jesus, like John did. The second coming is coming, so get ready. Judge not other people, lest ye be judged. And remember, the Bible said, Jesus said, he who is without sin cast the first stone. Jesus was saying that about people who were ready to stone an adulterer. So before we all start judging each other, we need to come together, Democrats and Republicans. Enough of this hate. That's not what Jesus wanted. Remember, Jesus said not to judge. And my final message to you are Boston strong. Not only if you're in Boston, but around the world. In the universe, I gotta include the aliens, if they're up there. And I wanna say, God bless the USA. But also, I'm not gonna stop there, because in prayer, you have to be specific. Not just God bless the USA, but God bless the entire world. What a concept. That's what Jesus would do. He wouldn't pray just for Americans. God bless the world and the universe. You never know. There might be aliens up there that I pray that God blesses them too. And hopefully they will come in peace. But you were put on this earth for a reason, and you were meant to hear this. Guardian angels are watching over you. And in the words of Gandhi, I'll leave you with this. Be the change you want to see in the world. I love you all so much. If you're watching this, like I said, everything happens for a reason. If you believe in God, whether you believe in God or just the universe, you gotta know you're listening to this for a reason. You were meant to hear this. Have courage. Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. I'll say that one more time, just so you understand it. Think about it. If you didn't have fear, what would you do? Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. That's a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. I'll say it one more time. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. God bless you. Have the best summer 2025 ever. And please forward this to the White House. I think President Trump would like to have me as an advisor on the Greenland purchase, the Canada purchase, and the Mexico purchase, and bring down that wall in the spirit of Thomas Jefferson, in the spirit of love. And about the haters, don't let the haters bring you down, because love conquers all. Please forward this to the media, because you know what? What you just heard is better than any Joe Rogan, better than any Howard Stern. DJ Evan McIntyre needs a platform, because my ratings will blow away Joe Rogan and Howard Stern. I am back. DJ Evan McIntyre, please check out my blog, where I talk about further Big Brother and the surveillance state that we're living in. If you think that you live in privacy, you may be wrong. In today's world of secret societies and big pharma and big food and big corporations, foreign intelligence, American intelligence, they're watching a lot of people. If you're on social media, in the tech world, in the hacking, always act like you're under scrutiny, because you probably are. That's in my next blog at clubevan.com. Clubevan.com, just look for a trending blog. This is DJ Evan McIntyre. Like I said, I wish you the happiest summer ever. God bless you. You're here for a reason. And no fear when you go to bed at night. Guardian angels are watching over you. Peace and love.